Well, hello everyone, I am back. Welcome to the channel. My name is Vince. If you enjoyed the video, if you like it, if it's cool, if it helps you out, if it makes you a better person, yeah, just give it a thumbs up. Yeah, I got a big green circle around my base. It's the new update which adds a big green circle to your S+ feeding troughs, which you can't get rid of unless you downgrade to a regular feeding trough, I guess. Yeah. But it lets you know where your feeding trough is. If you can't find it, you can kind of walk around the circle and kind of hone in on its exact location. Just find the center. Yeah, it's a very useful feature. S+ doesn't even have that feature. It's incredible. Yeah. So let's see. We're gonna do the. What's it called? It's over by the cheaper by the pack, but there's a web search. So we're gonna do the web search mission on beta today because I gotta tell you, it's actually pretty hard. I've done it maybe twice already. I've died twice already. Yeah, it's pretty hard. So I'm gonna show you how I do it. If you're struggling with it, I don't know. It's just plain hard. You just have to be careful. But we're gonna do it. Here I haven't uploaded in a while, probably almost a week now. Yeah, I've just been taking a break, and I'm doing a lot of taming of trikes and taming of other stuff, and yeah, I thought I'd get this trike army here, you know, because they have that alpha buff near the alpha predators, or that rivalry buff, I think is exactly what it's called, and they're the X trikes, so they have that extra damage debuff. Armor buff, I guess, and yeah, I thought, you know, these guys could, you know, with an army, they could be pretty useful. But yeah, I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time looking for good stats and taming a lot of good dudes with stats, and then chucking them because they didn't have any good stats. We ended up with let me show you over here. So here's our base. Not a swarm. We ended up with a base of 3,600 health, and yeah, stamina, weight, they don't matter too much. I did include the best stats we had though, and 504 melee. I think, you know, 504. That's a good melee stat. 3,600, I'm not sure, because this I actually got a 3,500 originally, and I was out trying to get a better one. And I found a 168 or 174, maybe a 180, I can't remember, with a base before tame, 3,400 health, I think it was. 3,400 health before tame, so I was like, I am taming that. That is going to give us a way better health than the 3,500 plus we had at the time. So I tamed it, and it got us this, 3,600, so it was... I don't know if there's some sort of, you know, maximum stat cap on creatures, but I mean, really, we got all of that. You know, it had a really poor melee, but it had that amazing health, and then post-tame, it just gave us a tiny bit more health. It was the letdown of a century. I don't know what happened. Maybe there's maybe there's a cap on exactly how much you can gain. I gotta take care of this stupid swarm. There we go, 150 swarm. I heard that they made the swarms weaker, but you saw how much damage that took. I'm not really sure they did. At least on single player. So yeah, the trike army, and so I was like, you know, obviously a brute creature, that's like a boss kind of creature. These things will get the rivalry buff. So I took it out to face the raptor, and no, they don't get it from a brute creature just because it's a brute creature. So I'm like, well, Spinos give it the buff. How about it's Spino? So I took it out to give it the, you know, do the Gamma Brute Spino with these guys, and they didn't get the buff. Yeah, so apparently because it's a boss creature, it's a brute or whatever, these guys don't get the rivalry buff. And I was originally thinking of course, doing it with the Rex, but then I saw that, yeah, the Rex, when you're tracking down the Rex, it's all on these narrow paths with cliffs, and, you know, these things take a significant knockback. It would just be mayhem. And they don't get the rivalry buff, so I'm afraid I just wasted my time. If you're thinking of trikes, you're just wasting your time, probably. And that might be useful for something, but I don't know. Maybe just PvP. But there they are. They look magnificent and glorified there. Their very spikiness. Look, yeah. Their names are all... here's a Spikemore, Spiketh, Spikorio, Spikedor, Spikorine, Spiken, Spikara, Spikeron. Yeah, you get the idea. It's a Spiketara. Yeah. Anyways, so let's get on with today. Oh, by the way, I did some fishing because I can't do any fishing in the bog biome because Wildcard, of course, refuses to fix anything if it only affects single player. So you can't do fishing in the bog biome. But I did go to the sea and do some fishing, and I got a bunch of blueprints from there. So you know, good, well, halfway decent long neck rifle, that sort of thing. I got a decent, halfway decent Karna saddle. I didn't get great luck on the things, but I did get a lot of blueprints. So if you're looking for blueprints, I do also recommend fishing. Mud crab, get your big weird booty out of the way, man. We're trying to get on with an episode here. Alright, so we're taking the Rex army. Here they are. I got 5 Rexes. I mean, I could take more, but man, they do get stuck around on stuff a lot, you know. Even in this rather easy to walk through biome here, the outer edges of the bog, I mean, you just got trees, but man, they get stuck a lot. Yeah, you're having to help them out. So I mean, more Rexes would just be more of an issue. Obviously, you'd need a lot more Rexes if you're going to do an alpha, but we're not doing that today. 5 Rexes, they get hurt quite a lot depending on the mission. Raptor does a lot of damage. Sarco, that does a lot of damage. Funny enough, the Kingslayer with the Rex, that's a piece of cake. Yeah, I can run that multiple times with just 2 Rexes. Oh, there we are. Okay. Another note about the trikes, though. Yeah, so another thing, yeah, that they would be really good for is that you can load them up with the fruitcakes, and they were healing. You know, you got a 30-second cooldown on the sweet cakes or the Jeff cakes, whatever they are, but each one was healing them, I think, 2,400, 2,500 health. So you get that. Like, they have a maximum of, well, they're pretty much leveled up, pretty much, and they all have about 25,000 health. So, whoa, everybody, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, a Kentro attack. It's a Kentro attack. All right, fine. Have a have a Kentro. So basically, I can, you know, regenerate their entire health if I put, you know, 10 fruitcakes in them. Let's see, web search beta. There we are. So, you know, they can rejuvenate themselves. It's like having an extra, you know, however many you bring, you know, you say you cryo those and then whip out another, you know, army out of your pocket. You know, it's kind of like that. So, yeah, they have a lot of potential, but without that alpha buff, they just... I'm on a Rex. Why should I get on a Rex? I can't focus and talk as I explain something at the same time. Alright, yeah, so yeah, without that rivalry buff, I just don't think the trikes are gonna be good. They're just not gonna be good. They should be. I mean, they should be. I mean, especially against the Spino and the Rex, they ought to be getting the rivalry buff. But they're just not, so I don't know, maybe, I'm guessing that was not intended, but, Wildcard intends many things to happen when they release a DLC, many of which don't happen, and they don't intend many things to happen which do happen every time they release a DLC, so... Yeah, okay, so... This is a hard mission, don't push me, guys, don't push me! So you want to be really careful. We got 150 tracks, so that means every 50 we're gonna have to stop and be really careful. Oh, another thing about the trikes is that they do the courage roar in just 2 roars. It's very useful, yeah. They had a lot of potential, but I think it was ruined. So when it gets to 50, well, I'll just show you. Alright, so we're almost to the 50 here, and just ignore the masses. Oh, he's already spawned in. Okay, so he's already spawned in. Wow. So I'm gonna run. No, you guys just you guys stay right there. Oh, he's already coming. He's already coming. Okay, just go after him. All right. I haven't been able to do the courage roar, so look at that. He's doing 500 damage to these guys. And you have to be really careful, because this guy will pull you off your mount. He's got a range of 1,000,000 miles, like a normal bloodstalker. And he's really fast, because he's twice as big as a normal bloodstalker. So when you get close, when you know he's gonna spawn, like I know that this is a spawning ground here, like this is one of the points, and it was almost at like the 50, which would be a third of it. So I need to get these guys and keep pushing them ahead of me and get their courage roar up. I failed that time because I was, too busy talking, but and then he randomly spawned. Like, I don't know why, but yeah, so you gotta be careful. When he spawns, you want these guys to be courage roared. You want them to be able, you want to whistle, attack my target, or if it detects you, which it could from a long ways away, you want to run and get your army between it and you. Because it will pull you off your mount. Another thing is you don't need your armor, because if it pulls you off your mount, you will basically die. Because you can fight it, and if you can break free, great. If you can break free and run back to a mount, super great. But it's really hard to break free from this guy, and he will break your armor and kill you rather instantly. He's really powerful. If you do manage to break free, well, you'll still probably die because he's really fast. He will catch up to you, and if he strikes you, you will instantly die. So don't bother with your armor, it will just break. If he catches you, you can actually have blood packs on you, and it will take the blood packs instead of damaging you. But if you manage to get away, he will instantly swipe at you and you will die. If your Rexes or whatever hit him, he will drop you and start attacking. He's got his AoE will instantly kill you and you will die. So just don't bother with blood packs, don't bother with armor. If he pulls you off your mount and you don't get away from him before he does one thing of damage to you, you will just instantly die, and the mission will be cancelled. Your Rexes or whatever will be here, but your armor will be thrashed, so don't bother with it. Okay, enough blah blah blah. Let's continue on to the next point. Okay, so we're nearing the point. Let me turn that down a little bit. Make sure that your army here is whistled on attack my target. If you forget, then it could make things worse for you. So I'm gonna wait until I get let's see, I can see that the tracks continue that way. They go around here and around there, and about that time it's going to spawn. So I'm going to tell my Rexes to stay here. I'm going to swing around and courage roar them. Okay, now they're fully roared up and they're rolling to go, so I'm going to whistle them on ahead of me. There, everybody go there. I meant everybody. Why aren't these guys going? Whistle one more time. Okay, there you go. There we go, reset that. I'm gonna fill in this. Okay, I'm gonna keep watching where has it spawned in yet. I need to know as soon as it spawns in. Oh my god, there it is. It spawned in right in front of us. Okay. So there they go. Okay, they're fighting. Wow, that was a great demonstration. Yeah, it spawned in right in front of us right there. It's like couldn't even see it because it's behind my Rexes. Okay, well at least it didn't. That was like a baited trap there. Yeah, look at it. Stupid thing doesn't even know what to do. Okay, it's disappeared. Yeah, you gotta be careful about that. If I hadn't have done that, it probably would have pulled me off my mount, and that would have been the end of the mission. It just would have. I might have been able to get away, but it would have just run over and smacked me and I would have died instantly. Alright, this is interesting. I've never seen this one before. Well, I've seen it on the raptor, I think. But when it takes you through a tree like this, I can see there's a bunch of footprints in there, like it turns around. Although we just fought him, and I think he's going to spawn again when we get to the end. But I'm not so sure. I've never seen this in this particular situation. So just to be on the cautious side, I'm gonna roar these guys and send them in first, because oftentimes the thing ends, well, not often, but with the raptor and this guy, it will lead you into a tree like that, where maybe your Rexes are following you and you're just gonna be ambushed inside a tree. Like I had that happen with the raptor, and I had it happen with this guy, and I'm so glad that I sent my Rexes in first. And I didn't, I just backed out as soon as I saw the situation, and I sent them in first. Or I went around and had them go in first to see if it would spawn, and it did, and it would have been dead. I would have been dead with the raptor. That one, my Uteranus would have died instantly, because they had all ganged up on my Uteranus. It would have been a massacre. So let's do that. You guys, oh, you didn't quite. The one in front, you need to go a little bit further, please. Maybe over there, yeah. I don't think he's gonna spawn here because we just had him spawn. So weird that it's led me into this tree now. But, I mean, this is the best we can do. Okay, it looks like probably it was fine. Okay. Okay, everybody follow me. Let me make sure they're on attack the target here. Alright, everybody, follow me. Alright, this might be a little bit difficult for them to get around, so guys, move over there, would you? Okay, now follow me. I think they're all over there. Alright, so you gotta keep on whacking trees, you know, because they can get in your field of vision. They can block you from seeing that, you know, maybe spawn. This is like one of the crucial... Oh, we got a Rex over there. This is like one of the crucial things where you need to be watching out. I mean, the raptor, you don't want it to, you know, get up in your dino's booty and start knocking you around, because there's nothing you can do, whether you're on a Rex or a Uteranus. It will destroy whatever mount you're on, because you won't be able to turn around and fight it. You'll just... The best thing to do in that situation is just stop, let it destroy your booty, and hopefully your army will come and attack it before it does. And hopefully during that time it's gonna, you know, maybe aggro on somebody else. But these brute creatures do tend to have a lot of knockback. Okay, so there we go. Okay, this is a perfect example. So it's leading us through there. It's going to spawn in there with it actually already has. So what I'm gonna do is whistle these guys just in front of me here. Start courage roaring them. I think I saw a leg in there. That's what I saw. Courage roar. Yep, I can see it's got a leg in there. It definitely does. So these guys, of course, take less damage, and they do more damage if you courage roar them. With the Uteranus and this bloodstalker, it does a ton of damage. It's doing 500 damage, so I'm gonna try my best. I can't whistle onto the target, but maybe I can whistle them, yeah, right in there. There we go. Okay, so... Oh, this is a bit of a bottleneck here. Okay, we're seeing damage now. Get in there, guys, get in there. This is not the best situation, it's kind of a bottleneck. But we see a lot of green figures, so that's good. Maybe they're all hitting it. Brute bloodstalker and a few Ariano minions. Yeah, they're taking them down. 532. That does seem like the courage roar isn't really, in this case, it's not really helping them out. Okay, there's one minion over there. Can I get them to move? No. Move, there we go. Alright, get that weird dude. There we go. See if we can get them out there. There we go. Let's all get out there. Whoever can go, just go. Brute Ariano. Alright, there we go. Accomplished again. Did we get any unexpectedly amazing loot? Oh yes, the Ascendant Cloth Pants. You gotta love that. I'd rather have a blueprint, but it doesn't give you any. Let's see. Oh, that's a good Megatherium saddle. That's very useful. Ooh, I got a good Rex saddle. I wish they gave you blueprints, but like if that was a blueprint, oh man, that would just be such a leap forward. I'm so tempted to just go to like my other bases on other arcs and just get a blueprint or something. But yeah, that's good. These whips look good. Phiomia saddle. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Apprentice Megatherium saddle there. But yeah, incremental. You know, up. You know, maybe one day we'll have a good saddle for all of our Rexes. I don't know. It really takes a lot. I'm not sure really what to do. I'm kind of struggling. You know, how am I going to do these alpha battles? I don't know. The only thing I can really think about is just carrying more Rexes. Maybe keep a few, a few fresh ones in my pocket. Keep a load of Daedons in my pocket, so every time we fight it, maybe whip out like 2 Daedons and heal everybody up. And am I even going to have time for that? You know, stuff like that. Or I don't know, maybe the space whale with its rockets. Maybe that's the way to go. I've never used one, so I wouldn't know. I don't know what kind of damage they can do against the brute creatures with their rockets, but maybe you have to do that. But yeah, that's how I do these battles. Some of the ones are easier than others, like the Sarco. It does a lot of damage, but it's not, you know, it doesn't like knock you off your mount. The Raptor, that's one that yeah, the Raptor, you do want to be careful with it, because it will kind of, if you're like leading your pack, you're leading the charge, it will aggro onto you first, and like I said, it will get up under your butt and it will just push you across the map until your dino has no health left. And if you try to run, it's just going to make it harder for your team of warriors to get in there and kill it, you know, or, you know, so just, that's one you want to be careful. But the most one, I think, is this bloodstalker. That thing, you know, it will aggro onto you if you're leading the charge. That's just the thing. And even if you keep your Rexes in front, it's not going to aggro onto them first. It's like it's searching for you. So you have to, you know, keep those between. It'll come to attack you, and it will find your Rexes, and then because of proximity, it will attack your Rexes, and then will save you. Otherwise, just keep on pushing forward, keep your Rexes courage roared, keep them moving along the path, stop and look ahead, watch where those tracks lead, and get your Rexes there. Always before you do, always keep them there, always look where the path is going. And keep them roared up, and always wait for that moment that Bloodstalker spawns, so you can whistle attack the target. We didn't get too many of those because it was always kind of behind something in this particular run. And yeah, it did this lead you to your doom thing, where it leads you into a tree and then it spawns in there. Do not fall for that. The Raptor one will do that as well. Cheaper by the pack. Do not fall for that. If it leads you in a tree like that, put your battle dinos in there first, and then follow up with the tracks, and then it usually spawns before. It usually spawns just when you get into the area, the general area. So yeah, if it does grapple you off your mount, you know, just try to fight it. Hopefully you can free yourself and run and get on a mount before it catches up to you, but your chances of that are pretty slim. Basically, most of the time, if it takes you off your mount, the mission's over and you're gonna die, which is why I don't bother with blood packs, I don't bother with armor. It's just gonna destroy it. And no, you can't tame it with blood packs, I already tried. You can actually tame it with a force tame. I did that, but the minute you cancel the mission, it disappears. So yeah, I wasn't gonna keep it anyway. It's way OP. It's like super OP. if you do tame it. But you can if you're on single player, you can force tame it and check it out. But yeah, anyways, that's how I do this this mission. Should be here. Web search. Yeah, that's the one. Web search. You know, of course, the gamma's easy. You still got to worry about, you know, it grappling you off your mount. But I think even if it doesn't do so much damage to you. You can take some damage from it and get back to your mount. I just did it on a Spino and I was fine. I did get grappled once, but I don't know. For whatever reason, it was fine. And you know, the gammas are always easy. Beta is another story. Beta is another story. If it grapples you off and if it smacks you while you're not mounted, instant death. So yeah, everybody, keep a sharp eye. Don't be turned into a carcass by the bloodstalker, and do give that video a nice, pleasant thumbs up for me. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.